Hi YouTube, I hope you're doing good today. I'm having an okay day. It's about 23 degrees out, so it's like a good I think at least 10 degrees warmer than it was yesterday, and there was a wind chill and maybe 20 degrees. I'm not sure. I got so cold yesterday and I was getting all the wood in and everything because Doug had a really frozen day from a few hours out on the tractor. We're still digging ourselves out. We got hit pretty hard. So, yeah, it's been a long few days, but better today, like I said. Um, I was wondering people that want to be tested, there's not enough tests. And do you have to pay for them yourselves? Like, not only is there not enough tests for everybody to take, but um, like you have to purchase them to know if you're not feeling well or not. I wonder who's responsible for ordering the tests and getting them out to the public. Would that be our current administration, the president, or um, the head of the health organization, or what branch of our administration, health, would be responsible, the president, for getting out enough testing equipment for the people? And shouldn't that be free? I mean, if you're required to take these tests in different areas in your life, like to go to work or whatever. I mean, I'm just asking questions. I have no idea. So I'm just, you know, I'm just asking. I have no clue. I have no clue what they cost. I have no clue what they do. I have no clue on the science behind it. I have not seen documentation actually of what the test entails, like um, what spike proteins actually they're looking for, and how would that differ from the last variant or anything. Although I was a health professional, it just kind of piqued my curiosity to some of the vagueness of the whole thing, and I wondered how everybody else was feeling about that. Do you in your country or wherever you are have enough tests? Would you take a test? Do you need a test to know if you're sick or not? And if you're sick, wouldn't you stay home anyway? And if it used to be 10 days that you have to stay home, why is it only 5 days now? It's like when we had a curfew, or different countries had a curfew at 9 o'clock at night. And, but see, the sickness wasn't out during the day, it only came out at night. All these little weird things that are going on. I don't know. Just thoughts. I was reading an article that was Trump was talking about how what he had taken actually wasn't the what people are taking, that it was something else. If you want to look into it, the information is on my Facebook page, where I'm a little freer to speak. I have gotten in a little bit of trouble over there as far as what the fact checkers used to check and what they don't check anymore, because now they're being uh what would the word be? It would be they are being targeted by the people, and there's some people that actually have lawsuits, several. I think there's 4 open lawsuits on Mark Zuckerberg as we speak, for uh, not letting people have freedom of speech. So, you know, if even if it was my opinion about some kind of medical procedure from talking from one human being to another one, that would be my opinion. And if I was a medical professional and wanted to give my opinion and was stifled, like what happened to me on here, I literally got a strike for sharing a senator that is a doctor and his opinion about everything. So I wasn't able to get his words out. A health professional, a doctor that studied microbiology, and I have too. And I wasn't able to share his opinion that I agreed with, you know. And he believes that whether a person has all their up to date um, rabies shots and the rest of it after you go to your vet, because that's about the equivalent of what health professionals are nowadays. So, anyway, and then let's see what else is going on. Oh, the Ghislaine or Ghislaine Maxwell case. If she gets like 60 some years and only does like a decade or two, that's really not enough for destroying children's lives. It should be a life for a life. When you and you know, where were the parents of these children that were taken over to that island? And it's just, it's like Lionel Nation had mentioned. It's like with Michael Jackson and these people letting their children go with him. They knew he was a freak. I mean, like, come on, really? You would let somebody that freaky babysit your child and spend time asleep over with your baby, no matter what age? Huh? I wouldn't want my adult children hanging with him alone unless I could stop him from saying no or something stupid around my kids. So I don't know. Yeah. Okay, just a minute. Let's see. I read something else or listened to something else. What was it? Oh, that the testing that the CDC had, their data that they had collected went from like 79% of the people to like down to 23% of the people. Um, and they keep changing stuff. That's all. That's pretty much what the context of the article was. That they admittedly changed it, and their excuse was that they had collected more data now. Well, shouldn't you collect your data first and then put out the report? That's you know, just thinking out loud, you know. Yeah. Yes, excuse my pump running. It was either wait until I had my laundry done and make a video or make one right away and listen to the pump. And I thought, well, I'll make one and maybe I'll be back later too. So if I make it early enough, see, I didn't have time yesterday. Well, see, it looks like I'm online the whole time because I just leave my computer on. I leave my Facebook open and my YouTube on um, until nighttime, and then I shut everything down. But if I go and do something and come back, and then I can hop on Facebook and answer messages or see what's up on YouTube or whatever, that's what I like to do. So, and I'm able to do that, so I do, you know. So a lot of people think, well, like, oh, there's been times that I've had my Facebook open and somebody will send me a notification, and I might be watching something on YouTube and I'll hear the notification come on. That could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the day. So, yeah. I'm really not making any New Year's resolutions about the only thing that I've had that is a resolution, more like a revolution or a revelation, is I'm just not putting up with anybody's garbage. And I've been like that for a very long time, and I'm not about to change. That's just the way I am. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not really super into just exposing people for just being people and maybe saying something a little silly or whatever, or maybe not really understanding the depth of uh, what what it what it is that they're talking about, you know. But if I know full well that somebody understands the depth of what they're talking about, and I hear something wrong coming out of them, and other people could be swayed or influenced by that, I'm going to do what I can to put a stop to that. So, and I do have a few people on my list, you know, from a while back. So I'm just waiting, and it'll all come out in the wash. I'm sure of that. It always does, you know, one way or another. So, you know, who are these people? Well, no, this isn't meant with. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything in particular who they are. I want to talk to them in person. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. You've heard me talk about some people on here before, and yeah, I'll just wait because there's a lot of them. There's a lot. Well, some, most are. Uh, they know just what they're doing, and I'm gonna see if they quit doing it, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna give it a little more time, uh, and then I'm gonna attack. Yeah, yeah, I am in a big way. And I don't know how that's going to happen. I just know God told me, you know what? Something spectacular is going to happen this year, so don't give up. So I'm not giving up. I'm kind of biding my time. I think it's the new year is when I'm going to feel done with it. Not angry, not vengeful, just done. Like, okay, this is who you are, this is what you're doing, and either come and join the happy crowd, the ones that aren't going to just, like, say if you were selling a product that could harm another human being and you don't look into the physiology of the whole thing, like I was talking about copper jewelry or whatever. If you're so brain dead that you wouldn't look of the ramifications of wearing copper, it's kind of like if you go out in the winter and you have cold jewelry on, you don't need an expert to tell you that that's probably going to hurt your skin. Well, being that metals conduct electricity, like I've been saying, um, that can be good or bad. It can be used for portraying your information in a wider scope or leaving yourself open for energy that is meant to harm you or track you. So be aware when you're wearing anything. Even makeup has metals in it. Um, Shampoos have different properties. I mean, the list got your clothes. I mean, the list is crazy how Satan can use that electric to his benefit and your downfall. And the cabal is aware of that. Most people aren't aware of it on that level, on that scale. I think they're getting to be more than they used to be. But these people know. They know even like a not so nice person could hear you think, wow, I need to have a salad, excuse me. And they'll make sure that you have a sandwich or a steak or pizza or anything but what your body needs. Well, that's how people of the dark cabal work and operate. And they do it all together. It doesn't matter where you go, you know. And it happens on a daily basis. You have to be so aware. And yeah, it's it's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, just speaking my mind. One thing I did do one time was take a whole bunch of jewelry I had given to me. Not recently, but this is decades ago. And I sold it. And then after I did that, I thought, wow, with the dark energy that was on there that was directed towards me, and now somebody else could be wearing that, I might have made a mistake there. So I asked God to cover all that stuff. It's like, yeah, because I know their bad intent energy is real. So, yes, it is. Oh, people. What to do with them, right? What can we do that's legal? Mhm. Yeah. I wonder who's going to blame who. Is Dr. F going to blame Mr. B, PB, President, um, or is President going to blame Dr. Um, it'll be interesting to find out because I know now, just after I made this video, this is going to come into the forefront in a big way. Watch it. I know. The minute I say something, the minute I speak something, the other 144,000, I mean, I think it. They hear me, you know. Whether or not they act appropriately, that's on them. And up until this point, they really haven't been as strong as what they were trained to be. They're very wuss like and hardly no backbone. I mean, you don't have to get out there like a savage and act like you could just eat the whole world to be a badass, you know. Just not backing down for what you believe in is all the strength it takes, you know. And then back to something else that Lionel Nation had wrote today, and I shared. If people really understood the depth and the darkness and how terrible this world actually is, you would not even be able to sleep at night. And I barely can a lot of times. Um, I know it's not a pleasant thing to think about or talk about, but we have to be aware of these things. What's happening to the children? Here's the bottom line. I always like to take the full context of what's going on in the world and bottom line it. Got a paragraph. What did we get out of the whole context of that book we read? Let's bottom line it. The bottom line, they're trying to train the young adults and the children to be more distant from God than ever. That's always been their ulterior motive and their main goal. What do we do to stop these freaks? That's the bottom line right there. And that's on my mind every day, you know. I like kids even before I was a mom. I worked with in a nursery school when I was 12, and I worked for my church and the Head Start Corporation, working with handicapped children. I've worked for a sheriff's boys ranch with emotionally disturbed children in the school system as a paraprofessional. And so, and I was a third and fourth grade student teacher when I was 15. So I mean, my love of children just didn't start, and it's the same when I used to visit retirement homes when I was a kid. Um, my love for people just didn't come about like, oh, I'm a born again Christian and now I want to do good things. No, I always wanted to do good things. I always tried to be there for people because I knew people weren't always going to be there for me, and I didn't see enough of it in the world. So that's a big part of who I am. So I know a lot of you are going through some really rough times. I mean, nothing really has changed in the world. It's just that there's more people and it's more apparent because we have this internet connecting us, you know. So, well, I'm going to leave it at that on this one. And like I said, I might be back. I had some other things on my mind I need to gather in my thoughts, and the pump is a little bit distracting. So I'll say peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. We're coming on a new year. Let's make it the best one we've ever had. Peace, y'all. Talk to you later.